Hey guys, we're still busy collecting materials for the haunt, but right now I'm kind of focused on some of the paperwork or the behind the scenes stuff when it comes to the website scheduling and paperwork we need for volunteers. I went ahead and set up a 2 month schedule for what a couple deadlines that we need to go on. I wanted to kind of go over that with you real quick, just so you know what's going on. This Saturday will be your first volunteer meeting. It's kind of a meet and greet. We don't have a whole lot of volunteers already signed up. Hopefully that'll change soon. If you're local in Port St. Lucie, you want to volunteer, go to our website at agoodfright.com, fill out our volunteer form, and then we'll be in contact with you. But this Saturday at 7 o'clock will be our first volunteer meeting. It'll basically be a meet and greet. We'll toss around some ideas, kind of get a good feel for the volunteers that we already have and when they will be able to work. In 2 weeks, we have a second volunteer meeting, which will be based on non-acting volunteers. These will be the volunteers that are going to be working crowd control, security, ticket taking, things like that. The 26th of September will be our deadline for construction. This is the basic construction of the haunt. The walls, the skeleton, of the actual halls should be completely done and completed by the 26th, ready for the roof to go on. The roof is obviously the last thing that we put on before we actually decorate. Then we have October 4th is our next volunteer schedule meeting, which is going to be an actors placement meeting. It's going to be when we're focused on the actors inside the haunt. We're going to have to figure out scheduling with our actors, and hopefully it gives us about a month to find more volunteers. But by then, hopefully we'll have enough to staff the haunt for the 4 days we'll be open this year. And we're going to have to do some sort of tryout, for lack of better terms, to make sure that we get the right actor in the right position. And we'll have to do measurements for costumes if we need them. After that, obviously, just to let you know, after the construction deadline, that's when we're going to start focusing on decorating. So through this entire time, we're going to be constructing or decorating the haunted house. But the next scheduled appointment or meeting is going to be October 18th for the safety meeting. This is where Tom's going to take control, and we're going to put strict rules and guidelines in place when it comes to safety. You have to kind of keep in mind fire safety, fights breaking out, people that are too scared to go through, injuries, loss of power, a lot of different scenarios that could possibly happen. So we need to go over, and we're hoping that any and all of our volunteers will make it to that meeting because it's extremely important. Our decorating deadline. This is when the haunt should be completely ready to go for public to walk through. Will be October 23rd. This is the day before our Halloween party. October 24th, we're having our Halloween party by invite only. This will include all of our volunteers and their friends and family that want to come. Also our friends and family. It will not the haunt. This will be the first operating day of the haunt, but it will not be open to the public. Only guests of the party. And we utilize this time for additional safety meeting, the safety training, and dress rehearsal, which is important. The following night, October 25th, will be the first day open to public. That is a Saturday, October 25th. We haven't set the times yet, but that'll be our first official opening. And then we've got Thursday, October 30th, will be open to the public, and then Friday, Halloween night, October 31st, will be open to public. Those will be the 3 days we're open to the general public, and then the 1 day, which is the Halloween party. So these scheduled changes, these meetings may change in schedule. We might have to add more. I would probably even count on it. But if we follow this basic guideline, we'll have everything complete by the time we need to. And everything usually works out with no problems, with no stress. But if you put it down in writing, and okay, I've got, right now, if we go back, I've got 1, 2, 3, basically 3 weeks to get the entire construction up in place. I was hoping to already have some things built by now, so I'm already behind schedule, in my opinion. We are going to go out and hit it hard this weekend getting materials, and we're going to start hopefully getting most of that stuff up for the next couple weeks here and get it done. Luckily, it's been quiet in the tropics here in South Florida. We do have to worry about tropical storms and hurricanes. Cross our fingers, knock on wood. Hopefully, we won't have to worry about that. So that's another thing we have to worry about. So, anyway, I'm going to do a couple things and get some forms done for the volunteers, because when we have our volunteer meeting, I want to make sure we have our liability waiver forms and our release forms for use on, videos and things like that. So we're going to start working on that as well. So I'll show you what I do. All right, well, we've got contact our first group of volunteers, and that's all set up. I wanted to take a couple minutes here to kind of share what I do when it comes to marketing and spreading the word about your haunted house. Not to say this is the right way or the best way, but this is the way I do it. If you're starting a home haunt, or if you're doing something and you're not doing something like this, maybe you can use these ideas to help draw some business to your haunted house. I mean, we work pretty hard to get to build these things, and we want as many people to enjoy them. So what I did, obviously, you go to Facebook, you create a Facebook fan page, and then you post a lot on there to keep people interested in what's going on. Also, I have set up, and you're watching this on our YouTube channel. I feel like this is a good way to keep interest, to spread the word, and to actually make a little bit of money doing it too if you monetize your videos. It's not you're making a lot, but you can make some money doing that. Also, I have my website, which is agoodfright.com, and here is what it looks like. Now, my website is run off of Google Sites, which is a free. As you see, the website here is actually sites.google.com/sites/agoodfright. Now, I used the Google Sites platform to build the website. Very plain and simple, easy to use. It takes a little, just custom, a little time to get it to the way you want it to, but you're able to change the background colors and pretty much do a lot with your site that you want to do. I use Google Docs for my volunteer form. I use Google Calendar for the embedded calendar and events. Also, I have another form where you can actually, I'll show it to you. I believe this is the form that people can use if they know of another haunted house locally or another event going on. They could basically submit their information, and I'll post it on the website, on the calendar, and people use this not only to find my event, but to find other local haunters, hay rides, festivals, anything that's Halloween related. I'll throw it on this website just to generate more traffic to the website, and the more people that come to the site, the more people that come to eventually come to your haunt. Again, I use Google Sites, and then I go to GoDaddy. I bought the domain name. It cost me like $12 a year, and I just have that domain forwarded, which is agoodfright.com, forwarded over to the sites page. So that is my suggestion. Always have the website. Play with it, enjoy it. It's pretty simple once you get to know it, and it is very beneficial. So, I love Google and all their tools. I use Google Voice for a specific Fright line, basically a phone number that I can use for texting my volunteers. And if anybody wants information about the site, instead of giving out my personal cell phone number, I can give them that Fright number, and they can contact us that way. And then you obviously set up your own email account, which is agoodfrightfl@gmail.com. And there's a lot of tools that you can use on Google that is already taken care of. It's really nice and convenient to use. If anybody has other suggestions that work well for you, I would love to hear them. I'm always interested in other things I can do to generate more traffic. I obviously know the Instagrams and the Vine and all the other social media networks that you can go to generate more business. And I had thought about that, but that's a lot to keep up with, in my opinion. And I might continue, but right now we're just on Facebook and we're on YouTube. In my opinion, that's enough. But we might use some more. Also, just caught my eye here. I have a little site counter that tracks the locate or how many times people visit my website, and there's a lot of cool things you can do. The one I use, whether you might use this or not, but the one I use is Stat Counter, statcounter.com. You can you just get this here, and I've got a bunch of different websites, but right now I'm not getting a lot of hits on my website, on my haunted house website. It says 2009. It just hasn't renamed it, but I can kind of generate. I can see how many people are visiting the site, and if you click on that, you can kind of figure out where they're coming, according to their IP address, if they're local, if they're across the country. So it's a lot of cool information you can do there. And then I told you that on YouTube you can monetize your videos to make money. Look into that. Google AdSense is where I started, and you can actually generate income from your website too if you get people coming on by putting an ad on your website as well. Pennies, but every penny counts when it comes to us home haunters. So hope this information helps. And like I said, if you have any information, throw it down in the comments. I'd love to hear it. Anything that you guys do to help generate more traffic or to generate more money or whatever the case may be to help the haunt. Well, I didn't get a lot of the stuff I had kind of planned on doing today, but I wanted to kind of show you a couple things that I'm using. If you're not familiar with the LOR or Lightorama system, we're going to be using it this year in the haunted house. Now, 3 years ago we did use it a little part of it in the haunted house, and it seemed to work very well to try to keep the lights in order or doing what we want them to do. This year we're going to step it up and actually time some of the rooms to a sequence that's going to need to be started when the people enter the room, and then with the programmable lights and the sound effects that we're able to do, we're going to be able to add that extra that feature to the haunt, which is really exciting. Also, we are going to be integrating a Halloween show outside for the queue line to include music videos of some of classic Halloween songs or Halloween themed songs, along with some Christmas lights that are timed to music to dance with the music. So I'll be showing what I do there as well, so you kind of have a good idea of what to expect. Now I'm going to show you real quick a video. I'm going to take a video of my computer screen of what I've done with some of the Lightorama programs for Christmas anyway. And I think earlier in the video I had mentioned that I do run a Christmas channel showing the Lightorama product, and in other projects I do for the holiday season. agoodlight.com is the website name, but my YouTube channel is actually Crazy Christmas Crew. So if you want to look or follow that channel, I'll also try to post it in the description of this video as well, so you can follow that. But what I'm going to try to do, let me turn this down before it gets too loud, is show you a brief description of kind of a quick thing. If you don't know what Lightorama is, you can go to lightorama.com, find out more information about it. But I'm going to do a show like this based on Halloween music. It's basically a program where you can get the lights to dance to the music. So let's fast forward here. So once we get, I have to develop, because I'm going to actually be incorporating. Let me stop this here. Because I'm going to be incorporating the video portion for the first time for this Halloween and for Christmas. I'm having to create the video files, and I do things, what do you call it, illegally? I call it frugally or cheaply. I don't like to pay for the music videos per se, to go out and buy them and find them. So I'm going to finagle a way to create the file, the video and audio file, so I can use that for my show. So I've got to figure out exactly how I'm going to do that. But I'm going to try to work on that tonight and get some of that done since I have some free time. Alright, not sure how well you can see me in this video, but we're trying to do it the old-fashioned way. I've just got one of my digital cameras pointing at the screen to try to find a program that would be able to download the actual video is becoming a little nerve-wracking. I knew I had a way to do it before. Can't do it that way anymore. There's programs that claim to be, but I'm a little nervous about downloading something I'm not sure works. So what I'm doing is I've just got the camera obviously zoomed in. I've got all the lights off in the room, so there's no black back glare reflection on the screen. And I'm recording the video this way, and then I'm going to rip the audio and got to dub it in over the video to try to make that nice, clean, crisp audio. The video, in all honesty, doesn't have to be perfect, doesn't have to be really that great in this circumstance, so let's see how it works. I was able to get a couple of the videos recorded. Shouldn't be difficult to, if I need to rip the music from the music video because it's longer, it has some extra sound effects, I can easily do that. Most of the videos I'm doing will use the original soundtrack that I've already got the music to. It's easy to dub that over the video using Windows Movie Maker. But I'll be doing that. It's getting late. I'm getting exhausted. I got to still cut this video, edit it, and get it posted for you guys. Anything I do, though, I will be videotaping and posting it so you guys can see what I'm doing. And hopefully we'll have something a little bit more exciting going on here, especially this weekend with the volunteer meeting and some actual construction videos. So I've got some plans to do some things as well. So stay tuned. More videos to come. Make sure to like us, subscribe, and appreciate it.